a nice church and a nice people, and everybody get on together.
Feel that you can praise and be yourself.
This is my family in Walsall. I don't have any other family. This is my family.
It is not just, as we might call it, a church, it is home.
It's a place where I feel need to come, want to come.
If you look in the Bible at how the early church came together to celebrate communion, the Lord's Supper, then you'll see that it was part of a much bigger meal. What we try and do in the Love Feast is bring something of that communal time together back into the service.
What makes a Pleck church unique is its diversity and how that works. Kind of put it to the congregation, tell me what Pleck church means for you. And a 4-year-old boy just shouted out home. So you've got the people that have lived here kind of all their lives. You've got people like Asylum Seekers, Refugees who have found themselves here after travelling large distances, going through some huge array of different emotions and life experiences.
The original church was a 700-seater Victorian building. There was a congregation of 25. It was freezing cold. Barry used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to come and put the heating on, which was down a very nasty cellar at the back of the building. And then we discovered that it had got wet rot, dry rot. The ceiling was caving in because of pigeon guano, and it was in a terrible state. So unfortunately, in the end, the only solution was for it to be pulled down. I think this just shows you what a very, very beautiful building it was. I saw it from my bedroom window every morning when I opened the curtains. I saw the bulldozers at it and the big balls swinging at the tower. It was really sad to see it go. But then this came out of the ashes.
And I was in a kind of transition home in Birmingham. So it was a kind of hostel in which they accommodate asylum seekers. As soon as they transferred me here in Walsall, somewhere around Pleck, I contacted the church in the town centre. They told me, unfortunately, we are not the main people dealing with that. And they referred me straight away at that point to Margaret. And as soon as I would make from her, I met her, I just feel that I'm at home. The town in which I was before was Staffordshire, and over there it was really difficult. It was really tough. People are not so warm, and they always consider asylum seekers like a kind of people who are infesting their area and who are not meant to be here.
I think I became interested in asylum seekers because they were the most marginalised people in our society at that time, which was the early 2000s. And the whole of the media and everything was demonising them, whereas in fact they were exercising a human right in claiming asylum, and somebody had got to stick up for them.
The way that we interact on a daily and regular basis, it makes a big change in my life. Not only my life, and even the family that I got now, because I got 3 boys and a wife.
Giving that welcome to those children speaks hugely of our vocation as a church that welcomes. We're trying to be a kind of beacon for people to know that they can come to Walsall and be welcomed here.
Our second reading is taken from Luke chapter 25, verses 36 to 43. While the two were telling them this, suddenly the Lord himself stood among them and said to them, "Peace be with you."
My health visitor came to my house. The way she saw me, I was isolated. I just moved in. I don't have any family member, any friend. Then she introduced me. She said, she asked me, are you a Christian? I said, yes. She said, there's a church in Pleck Methodist Church. There you can go and make friends and meet family, make family. So that's how I come to meet Margaret. But I thank God for being here, because I'm growing and I'm seeing my life unfolding, because I have hope and trust in God that there are better days. And the peace that I have within me and the hope and the trust is so great, it's so immense. And it's all because of this church.
The church should be involved in this work because the church is Jesus' hands, feet and heart on earth. And they're the people that Jesus would be working with in our community today. And the church has to take responsibility for the work. And I was so passionate, and I think I spoke so passionately to people about it, that instead of it just being something that was in the newspaper that they didn't particularly understand, they became very interested and passionate too. And we had people who, in that kind of older person's slight racism that had been there, it all disappeared, and they just took them in as they suddenly realised how big the world was, and that it wasn't just about keeping a church in Pleck, it was about ministering to the world, even if the world was coming to them.
But I think there's a feeling of pride in what this church has done to help these marginalised people.
And they love them.
Oh, yes,
they love them and they care for them.